Sociology Saroy Chahang, and today my topic is the material and economic self. So what is materialistic or economic self? So the materialistic or economic self is the part of us that is connected to money and the things that we own. So it shows how our possessions like clothes, gadgets, and money, and it can affect how we see ourselves and how others see us. In 1890s, William James said that a man's self is the sum total of all that he can call his. So this means a person's self includes their body, family, reputation, house, clothes, land, money, and other belongings. So when people gain more things, they feel happy and proud. But when they lose them, so they feel like they also lose a part of themselves. Materialistic self is made up of all the physical things a person has, such as their body, clothes, house, and car. So these things show who a person is and what they like. And for example, clothes are not only for covering their body but also for showing style and personality. So psychologists found that money has a strong effect on how people think and act. So even if we don't notice it, but money can influence our choices and behavior. So it can also change how people see themselves. Like rich people may feel more confident, while poor people may feel less important. So that's all, and thank you for listening.
Good day, everyone. Today, we'll be talking about the evidence behind the idea that money truly can change people. So, it refers to the body of psychology, sociology, and behavioral research showing that financial resources can influence individual attitude, decision, relationship, and moral judgment. This showed that money has a hidden power over human behavior. So next is social and business value. People do things for two reasons: to help other, social value, or to get something in return, they call business value. When money is involved, people often stop thinking about helping and focus more on profit. Like for example, if your friend asks you to help move furniture, you help because you care. That they call social value. But if they pay you, you may start treating it like a job instead of a favor. They call business value. So, next is self-sufficiency and service. People who think a lot about money often want to do things by themselves without asking for help, even if the task is very hard. Like for example, a student given through a project with a group help available insists on doing it alone because they think being independent is better even if they fail. So next is money conscientious and self-sufficiency. Those who focus on money become more independent than others, especially when money is the main goal. Like, for example, someone saving money might refuse to borrow things or ask for help. Instead, they buy what they need or solve the problem on their own. Next is self-view. How much money someone earns affect how they see themselves and others. Whether people may believe social class differences are natural born into it, while poorer people often believe anyone can become rich or poor depending on circumstances. Like, for example, a rich person may say, I'm successful because I was born talented, while a poor person might say, anyone can succeed if they work hard. I hope you learned something about the topic of evidence behind the idea that money truly can change people. That's all. Thank you.
Good day, everyone. My name is Virginie Berly Padre. So we have ethics. Ethics, it means knowing what is right or what is wrong with our actions. According to studies, people who see themselves as part of a higher class often engage in unethical behavior, or those people who has money, who has power, especially when wealth is involved. This is called self-interest maximization. They act more on what is in it for me rather than fairness of kindness. Money can blind people and push them to break moral values for people gain. So, instead na bibigay sila ng consideration, ay iniisip nila na ano ba ang mapapala ko kung gagawin ko yun? Ano ba ang mabibigay nila sa akin kung gagawin ko yun? And that way, people blind if money will exist. Money can blind people and push them to break moral values for personal gain. So, kapag may magagawin man sila, dapat kapag involve yung money, dapat maka-benefit din sila. That is. So, we have this example. A rich driver of a luxury car cuts off the pedestrian lane, showing the disregard for others' safety because they feel entitled. So, kahit pedestrian lane, they don't stop. Patuloy pa rin sila. Kahit they don't think the safety of everyone. So, that was including about the ethics by knowing what is right or wrong in our actions. So, we should be always reflect if what we are doing, is it right pa ba or tama? Or is it right pa or mali na? Have the addiction. Addiction means being hooked or dependent on a substance, things, or activity. Many addictions begins because a person feels positive response from a certain behaviors. When people gain money, they also gain the ability to access the things that can be addictive, like gambling, luxury shopping, or even online activities. Money can make people more vulnerable to addiction because they can afford to keep repeating the behavior. For example, a person who suddenly becomes rich may develop gambling addiction. At first, it feels exciting and rewarding, but over time, it destroys their relationship and finances. So, gambling can be exciting, but sometimes can ruin you, and you also destroys your finances. For example, it becomes your pampalipas oras. Now, pupunta ka sa sugalan para maging masaya ka. It is your relief. But the negative side, if nagiging habit mo na ito, it's not you don't have the control na. So, malulung ka dito. Tapos, ikaw rin yung maghihirap. But, though, there are this, alimbawa, yung mag-asawa, diba? Kapag yung isa, mayaman sila ha, mayroon talaga silang pera. But, yung isa is nalulung na. Ano na lang mangyayari sa kanila, diba? Magkakautang-utang na lang sila. So, minsan, ito yung dahilan ng pag-aaway nila. Kasi, di ba, gambling, hindi talaga siya para sa lahat talaga. Even though may pera ka. Pero pwede ka rin itong maghirap kapag nagiging habit mo na ito. At nakakagawa ka na ng masama dahil dito. Diba? Some others, if they don't have money, they kanang manghilabot na sila para lang makadula, para lang makasugal sila. And it's that, and it's really happening That's for addiction. So everything has its limitations, so we have to control. But sometimes money talaga can change people. Next, we have positions and the extended self. So when we talk about position, it is about the things we own, and for the extended self, it is about how we see these positions as part of who we are. So money allows people to buy more positions, and over time they begin to connect their identity with the things they have or they own. Losing those positions can feel like losing part of themselves. This proves that money changes people's sense of self because their identity becomes tied to material things. So for example, a teenager feels incomplete without their expensive phone or branded clothes because those items have become a symbol of their identity. So on the other hand, those items already represents who they are. It is those items how they and those are items express of how they, or it is a way of expressing themselves to others. So again, positions means the things we own, and extended self, it is how we see these positions as part of our self or as part of who we are.
Good day, everyone. This will be the continuation of possession and extended self. So, according to Locke, it's about people's choice nga. Trabaho sila nga kay naaman tay mga panginahanglan. So, it's up to you if unsa nga work and kung pila nga income imong makuha to provide your needs. And number 2, it's about among free time and your balancing your money and free time. So it's about mangita ka o kanang spot nga mag-work enough to afford what you want and naakay time na mag-enjoy po sa imong life. Like, so, for example, ani is, dili lang siya puro trabaho, ganun. So, para makuha nimo imong mga daily needs, like, ganang mga gusto nimo, ganun. So, pwede nimo i-apply diri ang like, ang mga, ganang work balance, ganun. So, next is special cases of external life, and kung unsa ang mga naa sa ako kay mao gyud na siya ang mag-show ug unsa ko, like for example mao gyud na ang like kanang daghan kay collection like mga luxury brands, like just dili lang siya mayon nga kanang like hilason ka ganon. But because I am more on styles, so ginasabay na ko siya sa what is the uso ganon, just like because I'm more on styles, dapat pod you are successful because you can afford that luxury brands if you're not successful. And that's the most important thing lang yun. So after that is Belk 1992. So according to Belk, sauna ang kinahanglan lang sa tao kay og hayop kay ang kuan, like mga basic needs like water, shelter, and kanang any other like kanang shelter, clothes. So lahira siya sa karon kay daghan na magutag kuan like more on collection, like decoration, is that status or something luxury. So in short, sa una they are more on practicalan kung unsa ang mga basic needs lang good. And karon na we have a car ganon, then and it's like sa una is survival activities, but karon is more on that optional possession. Let's proceed to Masonite 1981. So it means that today ang tao is naga-collect lang siya og mga branded product or mga unsa nga trends karon, not for survival but for enjoyment. Lahi sa una man good kay sa una is kanang more on like sa ako ang na banggit ganina na more on survival sila. So karon is ang tao is mas nag-focus sila sa kung unsa ilang mga bisag dili gani importante basta kay ma-satisfy lang sila ganun. Enjoyment, identity or the status. So karon makita nato nga more on major social economic activity na siya. So, and according naman kay Goldberg and Lewis 1978, instead of naga make sila communicate sila tao, mas prefer nila to this human-like objects because they feel safer and um, um, more manageable than dealing with real people. So mas okay sila pag like okay, mas bet nila pag makig mamalit manguanalag mga butang kesa sa makigatubang og mga tao kay for them it's dili kasaligan ganon. So and collection act as comforting object by offering psychological comfort and continuity. They provide with a sense of stability, reassurance, and identity in the face of uncertainty or stress. And next, kasagaran tao is almost uncontrollable urge to keep um, and denying more things. So pinaagi ana, it makes them feel like um, safer or more secured sila, like it protect them emotionally. Ganun. Ingana ilang pagkuan sa mga ingana ng butang. So, and let's proceed to pets as extended self. The best example for this is nay isa ka tawo nga naay binuhi nga snake or tarantula or mga poisonous nga mga pets. Nadyo tao nga ingana guys nga maghilig gani sila mamuhi og mga ingana. So according to that ang kana daw nga mga tao is nag-represent sila as adventurous, rebellious, or non-traditional. Yun. And ang uban po daw is ang pets kaya gina-consider na nila as part of the family. Muna siya ang ikaduha. Gina-consider na nila as part of family ang pet, like ganing ginatapad na nilang tulog, ganon. And which is mo na uso karon no, like makita na to nga ginasaninaan na ang iro, ganon, nanay pangalan. So next, and ginabutangan pud nato og naanay mga atong pet is na example among iro, nana jud na sila yung mga pangalan guys, and nana sila ay ginapalitan mo na sila og kanang pagkaon, mga like dog food nga mas mahal pa sa bugas ang kilo, and ginapicturean like ato photograph ganon. Ingana na karon, which is muna siya gina-focus dira. And for children, pets may serve as kanang surrogate parents because they offering protection, companionship, and unconditional care. For adults naman, it function as surrogate children, fulfilling maturing instincts, giving people someone to care for, reinforcing the role as a caregiver. So ingana siya guys, ingana ang mga murag kung sa una is ang mga pets kay dili man kaayo nila na ginapakaon lang. So karon gina-post na sa social media, gitreat as a part of family. Na sila yung mga names, ingana Inga na siya pets as extended self. So magbase po daw siya sa ato ang kani kay ang iyang binuhi kay mga bitin, mga ingana. So more on adventurous kining tawhanan ni ganan. So that's all for today and thank you so much.
So good day everyone, I'm Denver Muwab. I'm going to continue the discussion of Miss Edeline Garcia. So in the first slide, so the extended of self is a concept of people seeing in their position, body, or even things they are. So example, your clothes are not just for covering your body, so they might express your styles or identity. When a body part is more highly protected, there is a greater use grooming products to care of this part of the body. So catexis emotional investment and something like that. Good. So in the second slide, the slide explains the idea of the material self based on Csikszentmihalyi and Rothberg Halton in 1981. So they argue that people invest emotional energy into their position, which helps shape their identity. So the body is the core of the material self, but it also includes clothes, home, family, and even argue to collect things. So the explanation of that is someone might feel deeply connected to their childhood home or favorite things, so they not just because of item itself, but because it reflects who they are and holds emotional meaning. So in the third slide, an example of materialism would someone who measures success by how much money they make, that kind of a car they drive, and or the size of their house, rather than by personal growth. So relationship or spiritual fulfillment. For instance, a person might work long hour and neglect family or health just to afford luxury items, and believing those positions define their worth. Like that, no? So in the fourth slide, a person is defined not by what he thinks but what he owns. So example for that, a man starts a company and becomes a billionaire. He donates very little, avoids interviews, and rarely shares his opinions publicly, and yet he praised, envied, and even quote not for his ideas but because of his wealth. So ano siya, no? So the second is shopping is an expressive and constitutive existent act. So next is shopping is an expressive and constitutive essential act. So mo ni Kroger. So Kroger's statement suggests that shopping is more than a mundane or economic activity, and it's a mode of self-expression and self-creation. So in a consumer-driven society, what he choose to buy or not buy, the brands we affiliate with, the ethics behind our consumption all contribute like how we express ourselves, and how we shape our identities. So nga na siya, no? So lastly is understanding shopping is important in determining race and culture, gender, class, family, and community. So wala nga ni Belt in 2016. So diha doon nato makita ang kailahin nga mga culture. So nga na good class, family, community. So that's all. Thank you. Mwah.